There used to be two big barns down there and hay fields. We had a pet moose.
What do you mean you had a pet moose?
We had a
What do
pet
you mean, like
moose.
an actual pet moose?
Actual pet.
Like a bull moose or calf? Welcome to You Belong, the podcast where stories come to life, hosted by Pastor Nate. In each episode, we'll learn that every name has a story, and every story matters to God. So let's journey together and discover the stories that unite us all. This is You Belong. Well, I am so glad to have my friend Little Alice with me today. Can I call you Little Alice?
Sure.
I'm glad to have you with us today on the podcast. Well, why don't you tell us where you came from and where did you go?
I'm from the Miramichi.
Oh, Miramichi.
And I grew up down by the cove.
Like French Fork Cove?
Yep.
French Fork Cove. Like
that was our playground. That was our playground, yeah.
What did you do by the cove?
We went down the cove. There's quicksand down there.
There's like actual quicksand?
Actual quicksand.
Where?
Down the cove.
Like where they have
I can't pinpoint it now. No, it's on the other side. It's on the other side of the bridge.
Could I like take Finn there and just pretend to go walking through it?
No.
Like when you say quicksand, do you mean like actual quicksand?
Yeah.
Like I could you go into it and slowly takes you down to the...
Oh, we had so many friends that got scared when we took them down there.
Probably.
They were scared. That was kind of mean, but they were scared.
You thought it was funny, didn't you?
Yeah, well, it was our playground.
Okay, yeah.
There was a great big puddle next door. It was a pit.
Okay.
And we used to play in that. Mom used to get so many shots for like rusted nails and stuff.
Oh my gosh! Oh, probably in the pit or whatever.
Yes, yes.
How many kids would you have in your family?
There's 12 of us.
12 of you. Okay.
There's one brother missing.
Okay.
His name is Donnie.
Okay.
And Mom gave birth to 14 kids.
Okay.
And she was pregnant 25 times, so you could do the math. Yeah.
It'd be hard, eh?
Yeah.
Right. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Where do you fit in the lineup there?
Middle.
You're the middle child. The middle.
Middle.
Oh,
somewhere. There's a middle in the 12.
Somewhere there. Eh?
Yeah.
So did you have all the middle child syndrome and stuff like that?
No. I was pretty well the same as I was back then, except maybe a little bit grown up or mature. I try not to be too mature. It's just, it takes all the fun out of life.
Yeah. That's a lot of kids. So what would your house have looked like? You must have shared beds and rooms and stuff.
If you walked into the house, it was always clean, but the kitchen was always clean, but when you went through the house, it looked messy.
Yeah.
Because there were so many kids,
oh my gosh,
so many clothes. Yeah. Oh.
And there's stuff everywhere.
And yeah. And Mom and Dad used to go every second week. They used to go get groceries back the Old Bathurst Highway. There used to be a grocery store back there.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of the name of it. I'll think of it. But, and she used to leave a list of what our chores would be.
Okay.
And when she come home, it was the white glove kind of deal.
Okay.
What to say? Yeah.
Okay.
So she was strict that way. Mm-hmm. You didn't want to get her upset.
Okay. Was she been more disciplinarian compared to your dad? Was your dad away for work at times? Like, would that
we knew if she had to get Dad involved, it was serious.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
My dad, and back then discipline was discipline, had slapped my behind once, and I to this day I could still feel it.
Okay.
Yeah. So I never did whatever I did back then.
Okay. Yeah.
I
lay down the law.
Yep.
What did your dad have a job? Did he do something? What was his?
He was an electrician down at the airport.
At the airport. Okay.
Yeah.
Like on the airplanes or anything like that, or just like in the actual building of the airport and stuff? Like,
building.
Did he work on planes? Or just?
I'm not sure if he did work on planes. I know he worked on electrical. Like he was down at Cummels. Mm-hmm. He worked down there on a regular basis. Him and Mr. Cummel were good friends.
Oh, that's cool.
What he worked out on the base, I'm not sure.
Okay.
But he was quite popular back then. There wasn't too many with that degree or whatever. So,
because what year would that have been? Like, it was pretty early on, eh?
I was born in 58, so.
58, okay. Oh, wow, yeah. Oh,
and he started out there a farmer. There used to be two big barns down there, and hay fields. We had a pet moose.
What do you mean you had a pet moose?
We had a
What do
pet
you mean, like
moose.
an actual pet moose?
Actual pet.
Like a bull moose or calf? What is or cow, wherever they go? What did you have? Like a female or male moose?
It was a female.
So it was like your actual pet.
Yeah.
Like you did.
The boys used to drive around or ride around on it.
What are you talking about?
It
Like
was tamed, yes.
you tamed a moose.
Yeah, that was
How did
nice.
that happen?
Started feeding it.
Did
We
it
used
show-
to have,
Did it
there's
just show up
no,
at your house or one day? Or you're
Yeah.
like, oh, cool, now I
Yep.
got a pet moose?
Yep. Mom would say, stay back, and the boys would go closer, of course. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Those are probably some of the most majestic beasts. Like when
Yeah.
when you get close, like, because I saw a bull moose one time on the road, like going back to the CI road. It was dark out. Those things are big and scary animals. And so you got a pet moose.
Yep.
Did she ever find a male moose and they have babies? You have a little.
Mm.
No.
No.
What was it? Did you guys name the moose? Anything?
I don't know if the boys did or not.
No.
I guess it was just moose.
So what happened? Like you had the moose. Did they eventually let the moose go? Did it just?
No, the moose was free to go anytime it wanted.
Oh,
It
okay. So
just
you
came
didn't
around.
have it like corralled or anything like that. It just it would
No.
come back and hang out
Yeah.
with you guys.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Like, yeah, got used to us. Yeah.
That is. I've never heard of that before.
But we also had bobcats and we had a lion get off. There was a train track behind us.
Mm.
So we had a lion get off the train one time and come down through our yard.
Mountain lion.
Yeah, like the long tail, the whole kit caboodle. Yeah,
That-
set out.
And they're just hanging out with you guys?
Yeah,
What did it do?
it didn't hang out with us. It just walked through the yard, and we called. Dad and Mom knew this person that looked after that thing. He was from the forestry,
Okay.
and he came down and
And
took a look at the tracks, and they found out he had gotten off the train at the train tracks. So
He was on the train?
yeah,
He just jumped on the train?
Yeah. we used to get a lot of people coming off the train. A lot of the what do you think, bums?
Okay, just
Yeah, homeless people.
jumping on the
yeah.
train and stuff.
There was one young fella came down, and he was in really bad shape, and Mom and Dad used to help them when they come down
Okay.
and then send them off again. But this one young lad, he was in pretty bad shape. Mom brought him in as close as she would
Yeah.
let them. She had a bunch of kids, so she didn't want.
Yeah, make sure.
Fed him and everything. Got him a bag to go and everything. Gave him some boots, I think, and a coat. He was in pretty bad shape.
Mm.
And years later, there was another older man that came down too, and he stopped to talk. He wanted to talk to Dad,
Okay.
and he wanted to thank Dad for saving his son's life. And that was this young lad that had
Stop it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
You never know, eh? Like
Nope.
just was one small gesture could
Nope.
change someone's life and stuff like that.
My oldest sister, her name is Connie, and she's got the stories. Like, we don't know. There was her, and then the next one was my sister Marilyn, and there's 10 years between them. And then in between there, we had 4 boys. So,
Right, yeah. Yeah.
so she knows the stories. She can tell us stories about Mom and Dad and how they were at her age. So, yeah.
There definitely would have been times they would have changed, eh? Along the way.
definitely, yeah.
What was the age gap between the youngest and the oldest in your family for children ones?
Okay, Elizabeth's in her 50s. She's the youngest. And Connie's 80.
Wow, okay. We're talking a pretty big difference there, eh? I think
And there's only a year. Like, sometimes there's only a year. Or maybe a year and a half.
a couple of years and stuff like that.
Mom used to say every time he puts his slippers on the bed, she'd be pregnant.
Here we go. Here we go.
Hey, back
Oh,
in the day.
you're pregnant that many times because you said it was 24, 25 times
Yep.
you've been pregnant.
Yep.
Wow. That's intense.
And it's unbelievable to think about it today because it's just,
Like a big family would be like 4 kids would be like your big family. You start going up a little bit more than that, but
Yeah.
the average family probably only has 2 to 3 kids or so.
yes.
I can imagine that's a lot of kids.
I got an uncle that has 16.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a family at our Bathurst site. I don't want to say it out loud. I can't remember exactly. I think they got 9 kids. Now they just had twins, so I think that makes 9 kids. I think I could be wrong. It could be
That's
7.
a handful.
It's a lot. It's a lot of kids, but there's probably a point where your siblings just start looking after the babies. Is that kind of what happened?
Oh, definitely.
Everyone starts being
Yes.
mom and dad. Yeah.
But it was a way for us to mature and how to be nice to each other.
Yeah.
I had wicked little sisters sometimes.
and a bad Jane.
Not that I was any angel, but we just learned to be polite. Mom was always teaching us to be polite or be careful or, just
Yeah.
be nice.
What was school like for you as you guys got older and stuff like that?
Oh, I
What's school
would,
look-
grade 1, I cried my eyes out.
Okay. Just because you didn't want to go, or
I just didn't like it.
okay.
People made fun of me
For what?
because I was still small.
Oh no, I'm bringing up all this PTSD.
No, it didn't. It. I think it was just to go to grade 1 from the family, and then you're going into a whole different scenario of life.
Okay.
And my brother used to walk me to school.
Mhm.
I had times that my brother used to climb trees so you wouldn't have to go to school.
Oh my gosh.
Like it was. There's some good stories there. I can't tell them all, but there's some good stories. I had a good life with
Yeah.
my mom and dad. The Catholic Church, I learned more from my mom's stories than I did going to church. And it was
you
the
mentioned
Catholic.
before, like your mom was quite a storyteller. and
Yes,
stuff, yeah.
she is. She was. I mean, when I left the Catholic Church, I got married to an Anglican believer.
Okay.
Anyway, there's a whole big,
It's a whole other story.
yeah,
Whole other
the journey
podcast.
was kind of rough there for a few
Yeah.
years. But when I was on my own, I just kind of said, okay, I'm just going to be alone. Just get my head straight.
Yeah.
Do what I feel like I want in my heart.
Mm-hmm.
Do I want to find a church? Yes, I do. So I started staying with my friend in Centerville.
Okay.
And I started going to the church that she goes to. It's a Baptist church.
Mhm.
And
Do you remember the name of it? It was in Centerville. I don't know what that would be.
and just the names started to come here. It's if I don't, and she sees this, she's going to shoot me. But I did. I didn't know what I was looking for. And when I walked in there, I felt something.
Okay.
And I do that. I got some of my mom into me or something. There's just senses or something.
Mhm.
Anyway, I got baptized
Okay.
at that church.
Okay.
And
How long ago?
coming-
How long ago would this have been?
Oh, it's got to be about 5. Oh, gosh. Long time ago.
A long time ago.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
I've been here for, I
So-
think it's going on
8 years.
7 or 8 years.
Okay.
I forget.
Yeah.
But when I came here, I felt the same thing
Mm-hmm.
that I felt at that church.
Yeah, that's cool.
And the pastor that was there,
Mhm.
my girlfriend, Debbie, calls me Muffin.
Muffin.
She never.
Why is that? What's she call you Muffin for? Why is that?
Oh, that's
What
a
kind of-
long story.
Muffin. It's an interesting name.
And she doesn't call me anything else.
Okay.
It's automatic. And if she calls me Alice, are you okay? Did I do something?
Mm.
But yeah, she calls me Muffin. So I got that, and I'm short, so people like bantering back and forth. There's one guy that I use that's friends. I've been friends with him for a long time.
Mhm.
He goes beyond the point at times just to get me going. So yeah, but when I came here, I found something I was missing that I was looking for, and I really didn't know what it was until I came in here,
Mhm.
and it was the Christmas tree.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was that your
Living
first
Christmas
experience? Was
tree.
that your first exposure to the point church? Was the living Christmas tree? Would that have been like?
No, I think I was here before that, and I felt something. But when I came from the living Christmas tree, I brought someone with me,
Okay.
and then I didn't come for a while. And then my relationship I was having at the time really, I don't know, I was going to church for quite a while then. And it wasn't working out. It didn't feel right. Nothing felt right. It felt awful. My heart was hurting and I didn't know why. And then I walked into the church one day and I don't know why I didn't, I felt it before, but I didn't recognize it, put it that way. And I knew I had to be here.
Okay.
And then after that, I kept coming, started volunteering,
Mhm.
started Bible study.
You jump right in, and
Yes.
like right away. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I wanted everything that I could get out of the church. Everything I could get to hold on to, I wanted it.
Yep.
Because there's always doubt in your mind. Am I a believer? Am I not? Am I real or am I not? And I wanted to find out if my heart was telling me what I was thinking, if it was matching up with my head.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love it here.
Yeah.
Wouldn't have anything different.
Yeah, it's always cool when you like go to a place and you feel that kind of like right away welcomeness. Like I
Yes.
came here to visit Pastor Jeff and then Jeff Swartztrooper as well one time, and like I instantly felt, man, this is before I came on staff. Like, man, I want to be here someday. Like there was just something about being here. You just feel the atmosphere, feel the spirit moving. So that's really cool.
Yeah.
What did life look like? We're just go back just a little bit. What did life look like after school? Like, did you graduate school? Did you do something else after?
Yes.
Yeah.
I graduated.
You made it through grade 1.
I was married when I graduated.
Okay.
Grade 1, you don't want to go back to.
No. I was just you made it through. You made high school. So what did you do?
No, I graduated. I was married when I graduated. I have 2 boys,
What's their names?
4 grandchildren. I call my oldest son Jordy. His
Jordy.
name is George, but it's the same name as his father.
Okay.
So I called him Jordy.
Jordy.
They don't like me doing that, but that's too bad. I'm the mama.
You're the mom.
Yeah. And the second one is Terry.
Okay. Where are they at?
Terry has a disability,
Okay.
and he lives in a home, and it's a different disability. He's amazing to me for what he does, but he gets along. He gets along with people. He's good. Jordy, he's got his own business. His father had the roofing business. He transferred it to him.
Okay.
So he's doing that right now.
Like moving, like furniture, moving, like houses. What do you mean?
Roofing and siding.
Oh, okay. Roofing side. Okay, got you.
He's got 4 kids.
Okay.
2 boys, 2 girls.
Mhm.
And there's another story behind that, but I'm not going to go into it
Oh,
now.
okay.
And they're doing good.
Yeah.
They're doing good. I interfered at one point, got kicked out.
Oh, lovely. It's always fun.
Trumpets. I did it. But it's just a more or less, it's different with girls than it is with boys. Boys are more, I don't know, not that we love them more, it's just, you could be frank more, so, anyway. But just to share them, I guess.
Yeah.
And don't hurt them.
Yeah.
But now it's good. I don't interfere with them. They don't interfere with my life unless they think there's something going on that might hurt me. And the same thing with them. But yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I love the Miramichi.
Yeah.
I was away for 25 years.
Where did you go? You
All over the
were all over the place. Like you do the
all
Centerville. You're over like that's in.
I was in Fredericton, Ontario at one point. I was friends with the lady that, and we just spur of the moment, let's go to Ontario. Let's go.
Just to move or to visit? Just pack your bags and go. Let's go.
Just go.
Where in Ontario?
What is it, Ontario? Is that place?
Got all the questions I'm asking all.
Yeah, I know, and they're so far back.
Just somewhere in Ontario. Somewhere in Ontario.
Yes. And I lived out west with a cousin. Worked out there. Yeah. I had a good life. I lived in Moncton. I lived all over the place.
All the place, eh?
Yeah. After I was divorced and the kids went with their dad, I looked around and I didn't have anything to do or anybody to look after.
Right.
So Alice started an adventure.
Started an
And
adventure,
I'm
yeah.
still going.
You're still going. The
Yeah.
adventure's not done yet.
No,
You got
it's not done.
You're always
No.
going, rock and
No.
rolling.
Yes. I love dancing.
Yeah.
My family, we married into family of music players.
Okay.
They play every instrument
Okay.
going, I think.
Yeah.
And my sisters always sang at the church, my sister Donna.
Mhm.
And it's all good. It's just, I got a good life.
Yeah.
I pick and choose who I hang out with.
I think that's important.
That's
It's
it
very
is.
important. You want to surround yourself with people who are going to build you up
Yep.
and not tear you down.
Well, when you're short, that's kind of hard to find, but they got to smile when they do it. So as long as they make a smile,
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
And you were saying earlier that your mom was a big storyteller. Like that's where you learn a lot from the Bible and stuff from your mom and stuff.
Yes. When I watched The Passion, I was sitting alone. I was watching it alone, and it was just like Mom was sitting beside me when I was watching it.
Because she would have told all those.
She would have told you the highlights of the story, like the crucifixion, what he went through, and all that. And people said it was really graphic for a movie. I thought, well, it's true.
Yeah, it was pretty graphic.
It's true. Yeah. But I watched it with a friend for the second time, and she was on the other end of the couch crying and going, why aren't you crying? I said, no, I got Mom beside me, so I'm okay. But it was always good. Yeah. It's always good.
That's good. And it's always good to have moms and stuff like that. You're able to tell good stories. I like telling stories to my kids and stuff like that. Very vivid. It's cool to have those experiences and hold on to those experiences because your mom's been gone for a little bit now.
Yes. She's gone that's got to be at least 15 years. I think Dad's got 10 or 12 in, so he was after her. So
okay, all right.
Yeah. So yeah.
Are they buried around here? Is it or really?
Catholic Church?
Okay, yeah.
The Catholic right here.
Okay, yeah.
St. Mary's.
St. Mary's, very good, very good. And so, like, you came here and you've got connected right away and stuff like that. Like, what are some things that you do around here? Like, I know you lost, but some people might not know.
I look after the kitchen.
Yes, you do. I could growl that one at least. Not from you. I leave stuff out. Alice is going to get you. Put that stuff away.
Yes, I got that name when I first started. I did. Put stuff away after you use it, or Alice is going to be at you. And it doesn't bother me as much now.
No, that's good.
That's on you, not me.
Yeah.
I fill the hub, the coffee shop up. Make sure they got all the supplies they need for Sundays. I don't know anything I can do. I take the food bank.
Oh, you do that too? Okay.
I take that over to them at the end of the month when we take it. Real nice people over there. They're real sweethearts. Anything I can do.
Whatever you can do.
I do the cinnamon buns. Cinnamon
morning. The cinnamon buns.
Muffins.
And the muffins, you know that.
And then I work the doors. And
he's doing everything.
Doing everything. Anything. I said, James, anything you want me to do, ask.
Yeah, that's good. I know for us to be on staff, having like core volunteers, that's what makes this place move forward. Having we can't do it on our own. So it's good to have people who not just do it, but they want to do it, right? They recognize and understand that there's a bigger why behind it. Right.
There was someone that went to a funeral here not too long ago, a few months ago, and they were blown away by the staff and what they had done and how they decorated and made it look so nice for them.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, great people.
Yep.
Are you connected to any kind of small group at all or anything like that?
Yes, I'm in Beth's group.
Okay.
Beth and Janice.
They did a little division.
2 groups, yeah.
When do you guys meet?
Every Wednesday evening.
Every Wednesday evening, okay.
Yeah, at 7 o'clock. Or 6:30, I guess. 6:30.
Where do you meet at? Here at the church?
Here at the church or over at the
ministry office?
Yeah, the ministry office there, depending on what's going on.
Right.
So, and I just found, Janice is taking a course sometimes, so I'm wondering, where is she?
I know, yeah, she's doing some big schoolwork. She's going back into schoolwork, and she's learning, digging deep into some stuff and teaching us. So
That's all good.
I've got to find. I could do that. She's gonna beat us all out of all our educating.
Yeah.
She's
a tornado. Oh, yeah.
She is. Yeah.
God bless her. She's the one that got me into Bible study.
Janice is okay. Yeah. That's cool. Like she invited you to go. Is that?
Oh yeah, walking out of the church service, she went, Alice. And she got me. She did. God bless her. It's the best thing I ever did.
How long would that have been ago?
The first year I was here.
Right on.
Like I said, I forget what year it was.
Oh, yeah, it was a while ago. So that would have been a big part of probably like your learning experience, growth experience too, being small.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. And this church, the cabin, and then Jeff taking over, you doing it, I could understand it.
Oh, that's good.
I can understand my faith more.
Yeah. And that's always our hope too, is not
Yeah.
too intense. So people go, what did they just talk about?
Yeah.
We want to be as applicable as we can.
And it's so easy, it's hard.
Okay. Yeah.
That's what I was finding. But I've been told by my buddies at Bible study that I've come a long way, and I said, "You mean I'm more tame now, or
More tame, more chill now?"
She said, "Yeah, you're more chilled."
Yeah,
Yeah.
you start noticing that with your own self and
Yes.
other people who, when they actually start getting into the Word consistently, they're like, oh, it allows the Holy Spirit to like move and to grow and to change hearts. And I love hearing stories like that, that the Holy Spirit's transforming you from the inside out.
Yes.
Because I've met different people, even within this church too, and I had conversations with people who would have had a more rough posterior or more like aggressiveness, and they're like, oh, when they start studying the Word, they go, okay, this is the Spirit. He's moving in me. He's
Yep.
changing my
Mm-hmm.
how I handle situations that I might normally get aggressive with or whatever, but then the Holy Spirit starts moving
And that's exactly how it was.
yeah. Cool.
I knew my Bible, but I think Mom left some of the stuff out.
Yeah, yeah,
The different things, like when the kings shared when they couldn't have a baby with their wives, they got the maiden or the lady or servant, whatever it was, and I kind of freaked out.
Yeah. There's some stories in the Bible that goes, makes you scratch your head a little bit. Yeah.
So that was the biggest thing. But now every time that we come near that chapter, the girls are going, "Okay, Alice, you cool?"
Be cool with this thing. Don't break down on us, Alice. But
yeah.
the more you study, the more you understand, okay, that's why it's recorded. That's why it's in scriptures, okay. Because there is some stuff you go, what on earth? Why is this in here? Because I've come across that multiple times, and it's...
I love coming to church. I love seeing everybody at the church. My heart fills up every time and I'm a hugger.
Yes.
I want a hug.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you don't like a hug, let me know next time, because you're going to get the hug first time.
Anyway, yeah.
Yeah. So, and there's beautiful people in this church.
Yeah. It's been nice, like, because I've been here it'll be 6 years in a couple months, or a couple weeks, actually. I was here April 28th was my first day in 2019. So it'll be 6 years. And it's instantly when I got here, I just felt part of the team and part of the family and stuff like that. And it hasn't changed. It's been the same way. There's been people who've come and gone, but there's been people who've been consistent since, like, you've been here since I've been here.
Yeah.
And so it's been nice. I just feel bad I haven't sat down and had conversations like this with you. That's why I love doing this podcast.
Yeah.
Because I get to hear stories from people, right?
You get
Just
to know
hear,
more.
oh, it's great to know that you had a pet moose growing. Like, that's a random story.
I know it sounds like it's a fairy tale, but it's not. It really isn't. There's supposed to be ghosts down in the cove,
Oh my gosh.
and Mom believes in forerunners, and I saw one. I don't care,
Okay, all right.
because they're between. I don't know how to say this to you, but there used to be no lights after a certain point going down the old King George Highway leading to the cove, and so you didn't know what you were looking at,
Okay.
because when they did put a light down there, it was like you're just seeing shadows all the time.
No, that creeps me out. Now you'll be
And-
creeped out, Alice. I don't want to go by the cove anymore.
And the
creeped out.
forerunners that mom she believed them, but my sister was upstairs one evening, and she was doing her homework, and she came down running and screaming to Mom, and Mom asked her what was going on. She said, "There's someone knocking on my door." She's on the top floor. "There's someone knocking on my window."
Oh, great. Here they go.
But she thought it was her brothers being cute, because they used to sneak up on the roof, come into a sliding window that's coming on you.
What's going on in this world, man? You climb up on the roof.
But yeah, there was things like that. It's like Mom was just telling us stories, and sometimes you believed it because you just believed it.
Yeah. Well, that's good. Like, it's childhood, adulthood. Like, we try to make sense of everything.
Hey, I grew up in. I watched my dad bring a pig's liver down through the snow, so we could cook it for supper.
Pig's liver.
Yeah.
Okay. What does it taste like? A pig's liver.
It is delicious.
Is it?
Yeah.
Liver.
Depending on how you make I don't know how to do liver. But
That's how would
Mom and Dad both knew how to cook liver. It was beautiful. Heck, growing up, you had to go outside to
Use the washroom.
use washroom.
Mm-hmm.
And
While you're out there, let's
they're not
take and eat
they're not kidding about the newspaper and the phone book, by the way.
Oh my gosh. I'm glad I was born in the 90s. That was my time.
But yeah, it didn't seem that tough. Mom and Dad made it good for us.
No, that's good.
Some of us had a hard time, but I didn't care.
It's good to be able to see that sort of life. You know what I mean? Like take the positive, the negatives, and just put it all together. It goes, you had a good life. You know what I mean? Like that many brothers and sisters, and your mom being, she seems intense, but a loving mom nonetheless, and your dad working hard.
She was a great woman. To see her, her and Dad used to go every second week or a week to the Legion for the dances, and to watch them glide across the dance
Your dad would
floor
dance too, so was it just
definitely,
okay.
yeah. He would dancers. It was unbelievable. It's just so beautiful.
Would that pass down to you to be a dancer too?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Love to dance. I get up on the dance floor. I don't care who else is on the dance floor.
I'm just going to dance. I'm going to get
No,
down.
I'm going to dance.
Yeah.
And most people get up after they see somebody. You go to a dance and it takes them about 2 or 3, I don't know if it's drinks or just 2 or 3 dances or whatever. But no, I'm there first thing.
First
Up
thing,
on the dance
let's go.
floor.
Let's go dance.
Especially if it's a good song.
It's got to be a good song.
Yeah.
No. Well, that's so good, Alice. Listen, I appreciate you just sitting down hearing some of your stories, and there sounds like there's more stories behind the stories.
There is. But you got the gist.
I got to just, and I love that. I love being able to just sit down and hearing the stories from your childhood, and just hearing more about your mom and your dad, and like what a life you've lived. You know what I mean? And it's been exciting.
It's been an adventure.
Yeah. I learned more about the Cove today and learn about your experience, even at the church here too, and being a part of the community. And that's why we really want to reach out to you to have you on the podcast, just to hear your story about being connected to the church too. And I know it's allowed me to see more behind who is Alice. Who's this Alice that's here like every Friday cleaning? Who's this Alice who's involved with everything? And so
I don't treat my faith as a religion. I treat my faith. I believe in God.
Yeah. Yeah, and you live it out.
I live it out.
You're doing something with it. You're not just holding
the
on.
best way that I know how and what to do.
Yeah, and that's the main thing is, because one thing having faith in God, but actually doing something with it.
Yeah,
it's like letting people see God through your words and through your actions is so important.
And when you get to know, if you get to know God in your heart, in your soul, and you truly believe Him, He does show you. He talks to you. He talks to you through people.
Yeah.
Or just the weather sometimes, or the birds that go. It's unbelievable when you really pay attention. I'm no angel whatsoever.
None of us are.
Not with that. Yeah.
No.
But He does. He shows us. When we pay attention, He shows us what to do. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Alice, for reminding us that every name has a story, and every story matters to God.
You're so welcome. I had fun.